The life you want won't fall from the sky. You can wait, hope, pray, complain, but if you don't change, absolutely nothing will change. As long as you keep repeating the same habits, making the same excuses, and putting off your dreams for later, the days will pass and everything will remain the same. The question is how long? How long will you postpone your transformation? How long will you accept living a life that is less than you deserve? If you feel like you are stuck in a cycle of frustration, know that there is a way out, but it requires action from you that many are not willing to take. This content is not for those looking for shortcuts or magic solutions. Here, you will understand exactly what you need to change to achieve extraordinary results. Are you ready to face the truth and take control of your life? If so, keep reading because what comes next could be the push you needed for your transformation. So, let's get straight to the point. What is really stopping you from changing? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what is really stopping you from living the life you want? We often blame circumstances, the people around us, or even fate. But the truth is that nothing changes until you change. The first step to any transformation is to take control of your own story. What separates those who achieve extraordinary lives from those who live on autopilot? The answer lies in mindset and action. While some settle down and accept a limited reality, others decide to break barriers and build their own path. Which of these options have you chosen? No matter your current situation, there is always a next level. Maybe you feel financially trapped, frustrated with your career, or dissatisfied with your personal life. The question is not what is happening, but what you are doing about it. Waiting for things to get better is not a strategy. It is an illusion. The big change begins when you decide to stop fooling yourself and face your limitations head-on. What are the excuses you have been telling yourself? What do you say you want but never take action to achieve? Answering these questions honestly is already a big step towards your transformation. What separates those who achieve great results from those who live feeling stagnant? The answer lies not in luck, fate, or external factors, but in the way each person thinks and acts. Successful people have a clear difference. They take full responsibility for their lives. While some spend their entire lives blaming the government, the economy, their family, or any other factor, those who really move forward find solutions. They understand that difficulties are real, but they don't use that as an excuse not to act. Instead of asking why is this happening to me, they ask what can I do about it? Knowledge is also a game changer. Those who can do more learn more. These people never settle for what they already know, because they understand that each new learning can open doors that previously seemed closed. Want to see an example? Someone who reads 10 pages of a book a day absorbs the equivalent of more than 15 books a year. Now, think about how many books you have read in the last few months. The last factor that differentiates those who can from those who cannot is consistent action. Having knowledge without applying it is like buying a car and never driving it. Many people know what they need to do, but they get stuck in procrastination, waiting for the right moment that never comes. Those who truly win act before they feel ready. Everything you have today is the result of what you know and apply. If you want a different future, you need to learn something new. The right knowledge is like a key that unlocks doors that previously seemed impossible to open. The problem is that many people want results without first seeking learning and personal growth. The great truth is those who stop learning stop growing. Look around you. The most successful people are always absorbing new content, participating in training, and surrounding themselves with people who motivate them. They understand that each new skill acquired increases their chances of success. Now, reflect on when was the last time you learned something new that really made a difference in your life? But learning is not just about consuming information but putting it into practice. The greatest proof that someone has really learned something is a change in behavior. If you read about productivity but keep procrastinating, did you really learn? If you studied about finances but still don't know how to control your money, did you really absorb that knowledge? If you want greater results, you need to develop habits that strengthen your learning. Reading relevant books, listening to inspiring podcasts, and seeking mentors who have already reached where you want to go are simple but powerful actions. The secret is to never stop evolving, because what you know today has brought you here, but what you don't know yet is what will take you forward. Many people want to reap the rewards before they even plant them. They wait to have money to invest, time to study, and motivation to act. But the world doesn't work that way. Success comes from those who first invest in themselves, even when conditions are not ideal. Those who truly grow understand that investment comes before return. Do you want to earn more money? First, learn about finances. Do you want to get promoted? First, develop new skills. Do you want a better relationship? First, invest in your own emotional development. What are you willing to do before receiving the rewards? The most common mistake is to wait for something external to change before taking action. But if you don't plant the tree today, how can you expect shade and fruits in the future? Great entrepreneurs, leaders, and successful professionals didn't wait for the perfect opportunity, they created it. If you want a change in life, start investing now. Buy a book about what you want to improve, take a course, look for a mentor. Don't fall into the trap of postponing investment in your growth. True abundance comes to those who are willing to take the first step, even before seeing the results. The reality you live today is a consequence of the choices you made in the past. This may be difficult to accept, but it is the key to any real change. As long as you blame others, the government, your family, or any external factor, you will remain stagnant. Change only happens when you take 100% responsibility for your life. Self-responsibility does not mean ignoring external difficulties, but rather understanding that you are the only one who can transform your own reality. If your results are not as you would like, what can you do differently? If your financial life is not as you want, where can you improve? If your health is compromised, what can you change in your routine? The answer is never outside but inside you. Many people live waiting for someone to save them, a boss to promote them, a relative to help financially, a miracle that solves everything. But the truth is that no one can do for you what you don't do yourself. If you want a better future, you need to decide to act now, without excuses, without victimization, and without depending on anyone. So, how about taking the first step today? Write down what you most want to change in your life and what you can do right now to start this transformation. Small daily actions generate big changes over time. You have the power to rewrite your story. Just make this commitment to yourself. Knowing what to do is not enough. You can have all the information in the world, but if you don't act, nothing changes. What separates those who achieve great results from those who fall by the wayside is the ability to act consistently, without waiting for motivation or perfect conditions. Most people fail because they act once and stop. They try something new, encounter an obstacle, and give up. But those who are truly successful understand that action needs to be constant. They know that small, repeated actions create big changes. Want an example? An athlete doesn't become a champion by training only when he feels like it. He follows a plan every day without excuses. If you want to transform your life, you need to adopt this mentality. Whether in your career, finances, health, or relationships, the secret is disciplined repetition. It's not about doing a lot at once, but about doing it always, without expecting the world to conspire in your favor. So, the question is, what action can you start repeating every day to get where you want to be? Set a small commitment and keep it. It may be difficult at first, but over time the habit will form and the results will appear. Success is not a single event, but rather the sum of well-done actions over time. The way you face challenges defines your destiny. To truly grow, it is essential to adopt some principles that differentiate those who advance from those who remain stuck with the same excuses. Here are 6 laws that, when applied, transform your mindset and your results. Don't criticize without suggesting improvements. Complaining about others doesn't change anything. Instead of pointing out mistakes, bring solutions. If something bothers you, ask yourself, how can I contribute to solving it? Don't complain without proposing an alternative. The time you spend complaining could be used to build something better. If you don't have a suggestion, don't waste time complaining. Focus on finding answers. Don't look for someone to blame, but rather solutions. Getting stuck in the past or blaming others doesn't solve anything. Ask yourself, what can I do to change this situation now? The focus should be on the future, not on what has already happened. Don't play the victim. Victimization keeps you stuck in stagnation. Take the leading role in your life and act as someone who is in control, not as someone at the mercy of circumstances. Don't justify your mistakes, learn from them. Making mistakes is part of the process, but constantly justifying your failures prevents you from growing. Instead of defending yourself, Reflect on what I can learn so as not to repeat this mistake? Don't judge people, only their attitudes. No one is perfect. If someone has failed, avoid personal judgments and focus on their behavior. This practice avoids unnecessary conflicts and improves your emotional intelligence. Apply these laws and notice how your life changes. Success begins when you take full responsibility for your thoughts, words, and actions. The world is full of distractions. Social networks, negative news, other people's opinions, all of this can steal your attention and take you away from what really matters. If you don't control your focus, it will be controlled by something or someone. And without focus, there is no progress. There are 3 types of focus essential for those who want to grow: the visionary, the behavioral, and consistent. Visionary focus gives you clarity about what you want. Behavioral focus makes you act in alignment with your goals. Consistent focus ensures that you maintain the pace until you achieve results. The problem with most people is the lack of continuity. They start motivated but give up halfway because they lose focus. Those who have great achievements do not get distracted by what does not matter. They adjust their routes, ignore distractions, and keep moving forward. So, reflect on where your focus is today. Are you spending your energy on things that bring you closer or further away from your goals? Adjust your direction and keep your eyes fixed on your purpose. Because where your focus is, there will be your results. Time and energy are valuable and limited resources. If you waste them on unnecessary worries or purposeless tasks, your life becomes stagnant. The key to achieving success is learning to direct your focus to what really matters. A powerful strategy for this is the intelligent distribution of your time. 10 in the past, only for learning. The past serves to extract lessons, not to dwell on regrets. 65 in the present, because it is in the present that you act and build your results. Your greatest power is in the now. 25 in the future, with strategic planning. Having a clear vision of what you want keeps you motivated and on the right track. In addition, there is the 10-90 rule. 10 of your focus should be on the problem and 90 on the solution. This prevents you from wasting energy complaining and directs your mind to find answers. Those who focus on the solution get results. Those who focus on the problem get stuck in it. Now look at your routine. How have you been distributing your time and energy? If most of it is going to distractions, regrets, or things that don't make you grow, it's time to recalibrate your focus. Your life is a reflection of the way you use your time. The way you communicate directly influences your results. Words have power, they can strengthen you or limit you. You keep saying I can't, I'm not good enough, or it won't work out. Your mind believes this and you sabotage yourself without realizing it. A winning mindset starts with positive communication. Replace defeat phrases with affirmations that reinforce your potential. Instead of saying I've never had any luck, say I create my opportunities. Instead of I'm not good at this, try I'm still learning. Small changes in speech create big changes in attitude. Also, be careful with the advice you listen to. Many people project their fears and limitations onto others. Ask yourself if this person who is giving me advice has already gotten where I want to go. If not, perhaps their words are not the best reference. Listen more to those who have already achieved what you want. If you want to transform your reality, start by changing your internal dialogue. Speak with confidence, think positively, and surround yourself with people who motivate you. What you say and believe becomes your reality. It all starts in your mind. If you can't see your goal as something real and possible, it will hardly become a reality. Belief in one's own potential is the fuel that drives great achievements. Those who do not believe in themselves do not act with conviction, and without action there are no results. Visualization is a powerful tool. Great athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders use this practice to mentally prepare themselves for success. Close your eyes and see yourself achieving what you want. How would you feel? What would your routine be like? What would change in your life? The more details you visualize, the more real your goal will become in your mind. But visualization alone is not enough. You need to act according to this vision. If you want to be financially free, do your daily actions reflect this? If you want to have a healthy physique, is your routine aligned with this goal? Belief must be accompanied by attitude. Believe in yourself, see your success before it happens, and act as if it were already a certainty. Because at the end of the day, you become what you believe is possible. Now that you understand the fundamental pillars to transform your life, the final question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Real change doesn't happen just by hearing or reading something inspiring, but by putting it into practice consistently. Think about everything we've talked about here. Where have you failed? What do you need to adjust? What's the first step you can take today? Don't wait for perfect conditions because they will never come. Start with what you have, where you are, and evolve along the way. Remember, your life is your responsibility. No one is going to change for you. If you really want to grow, you need to take control and act without excuses. Success is not reserved for a privileged few. It is a consequence of the choices you make daily. If this content made sense to you, subscribe to channel, turn on notifications, and share with someone who needs to hear this. Together, we can impact more lives and build a future of abundance, purpose, and fulfillment. Now it's up to you.